What's up guys, it's me Sergio with Mobility Direct. Welcome to the channel. In today's video, you're gonna learn how to do an alignment on a Baja Wrangler 2 scooter. If you're new to the channel, keep in mind we have tons of DIY repair videos across various brands, makes, and models. If you're into this sort of thing, make sure you hit the subscribe button, leave a comment below. I'll personally respond to any questions in the comments within one business day. Now, there's many different ways to do an alignment. I use a very crude method, which is usually involving getting something really straight and long like a PVC pipe or a piece of 2x4, but let's be honest, when you go to Home Depot nowadays and pick up a piece of 2x4, you're lucky if it's straight. PVC that I have here, I know is straight. What you're looking to do here is just get a visual to see if your tire looks crooked up against the flat PVC rail, which it does. You can see the back wheels don't get out of alignment. They're fixed onto the axle. There's no adjustment option to do any adjustments with a tie rod or any adjustment nuts, which we're gonna get into next, by the way. But just looking from the top here, you could see that it is towed outwards, meaning the front tire is towed out to the left. So the front left tire is poking out. So because the front left tire is pointing out, that means it's towed out. If it was pointing in, it would mean it's towed in. That's what you call it when you're doing an alignment. All right, now the tools you're gonna need for this job is pretty simple. Adjustable wrench, preferably two smaller ones, and a jack to jack up the scooter, or even like a cinder block to prop it up so you can adjust the wheel while it's up off the ground, because this scooter is kind of heavy. Now, before I dive into the actual adjustment, I do want to point something out. Just recently, we installed these aftermarket lights on the top. They're super powerful, and we went out into the Everglades in the middle of the night, me and my business partner, Drew, trying to find Bigfoot. Instead, we found like 10 alligators in a alligator-infested canal, and definitely think we saw some sort of bear or something in the woods, but check that video out. It was a lot of fun. We got attacked by like a million mosquitoes. We're making videos like this all the time, not just DIY repair videos. We have in-depth reviews, torture tests. We tortured this thing. I mean, it's a miracle this thing has only really gone through an alignment issue since I've had it. I beat the heck out of this thing. And if you want to see me beating these things up and comparing other heavy-duty scooters like that one behind me, we do that all the time. We have a lot of fun doing what we do on YouTube, and we also sell these products too. We're A-rated with the Better Business Bureau. We are a licensed medical equipment company, and we'd love to earn your business. So let us know if you have any questions. So I'm gonna go ahead and start inspecting down here to see where the adjustment nuts are on the tie rods. The adjustment nut there, that's the tie rod, right? That whole rod that I'm swiping my finger over. And there's a nut there, and then if we move towards the back, you can see the other nut way back there. Let me see if I can get my, that's the other adjustment nut back there. So you've got one in the back and one right here. We're gonna have to loosen both of those up. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start jacking the scooter up so that it's elevated just slightly. That's it. I don't really need it to go too high. I just need it enough to be free spinning. And the point of that is so that when you loosen up each of the nuts and you're making the adjustments, the wheel's actually able to freely move itself and adjust in or out, and the weight of the scooter's not holding the tire in place on the ground. Now, in case you're wondering, this is just a small little tiny jack that I picked up, a Craftsman 2.75 ton jack. Very practical for scooter jobs, not practical for really anything else. Now I'm gonna try and get you the best angle possible here so you can see me actually working on the adjustment nut there, on both adjustment nuts. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and begin to loosen up the first adjustment nut here. Try not to block the view so much. There we go. So see, that's loose now. Let's go ahead and get the other one, which is actually back here. So let's see if I can get you a good angle on this shot without blocking it too much with my tools here. There we go. Just a little bit. We don't need huge adjustments here. All right, so we're loose on both. You can actually see that this one's loose and this one back here is loose. That's what you want. Loosen it up, bring the nuts inwards, bring them both closer to each other so that this can actually rotate. Now, what's really important before we start making any adjustments is that the tiller steering, aka handlebar, is as straight as you can make it visually. So we don't want the tire or the handlebars to be tilted to the right or to the left in any direction. So just visually try and get it as straight as you can make it. Okay, we can see it just visually looks towed out on that side. You can see it. The other side looks great. Now, one thing I'm gonna do before I start loosening up this tie rod and twisting it is add some WD-40 just to loosen things up a little bit, because this scooter gets used and abused, like I said, guys. All right, now the tie rod is a little bit stuck for me because I take this thing to the beach. I really beat it up. It might have seized up a little bit. So I am actually gonna grab a pair of pliers, a small set, to grab onto that bar and break essentially the seizing up that's been going on. And then it's gonna get nice and loose with the WD-40 and I can adjust it no problem. All right, so you can see here, I'm gonna start twisting this to give you a visual. So this is how you adjust it. Now, as you twist it one way, you're gonna notice the tire starts to move. If you twist it towards the back like I'm doing, it's actually towing in. Now, if you twist it towards the front, the tire starts towing out. All right, so with the tiller centered, I'm gonna start twisting back on the tie rod, and you're gonna notice it's gonna go from being towed out a little bit to hopefully straight, and then I'm gonna exaggerate it and tow it in to show you what I mean. So I'm just twisting this bar right now, and you can see the tire is starting to straighten out, and if I keep going, you're gonna notice now it's crooked and actually pointing inwards instead of how we had it pointing outwards. It's gonna be towed in, and it's gonna look cockeyed, and if you keep going, the tie rod's gonna come out, so be careful with that. All right, so I think we've given you a visual. I'm gonna try and get it as straight as possible, just visually here. We don't need to be too precise, it just needs to be straight enough to where the tire's facing straight, or else you're gonna have issues with one tire going bald and it's gonna wanna pull to the left or to the right, depending on the circumstance when you're driving. So let's go ahead and get that PVC pipe again. All right, so with the PVC pipe down, going along the back wheel and the front wheel, it definitely looks a lot better. However, I think I still went a little too far and towed it in just a hair. So it kind of still looks like it's pointing in just a little bit. I'm gonna straighten it out just a tad bit more and then tighten those nuts back up. All right, so I'm gonna twist it towards the front. Just a hit, just a hair. All right. And to me, that's looking pretty good. So I'm gonna leave it right there and tighten up the nuts. Now, before I do that, I do wanna tell you about our free product catalog. If you wanna learn more about our products, get access to exclusive discount codes, claim a copy, it's free. Just go to our website, mobilitydirect.com, click on the green button at the top of every page that says free catalog, fill out the simple short form that you're seeing on the screen now, and you'll get one in the mail within 1 to 2 weeks tops. It's that easy. You could also just call the number below, speak with our non-commissioned sales team. We have access to OEM parts, we can get you a discount. Just give us a call, give us your make, your model, and we'll find a compatible part that works for you. All right, so all I'm doing now is just tightening up those nuts that we loosened up earlier. Once those are tightened up, get those nice and tight. Remember, you gotta do the front and the back, and I recommend going as tight as you can because this is an off-road scooter, guys. All right, we are nice and tight. I'm gonna straighten out the wheel here, drop the jack, and do another visual inspection. There we go. Now, just looking at it, it looks much straighter than it did before. So let's take a look. You can see the PVC. You want to really just push it up against both tires, make sure it's nice and straight. And I can see it's nice and flush against that tire. As we move our way to the front, it looks nice and straight and flush on that side too. All right, so it looks pretty straight to me. And hopefully now when I'm driving it, it's not gonna veer off to the left like an annoying grocery store cart when you're pushing it and it's pushing to the left or to the right. I hate that, by the way. And that's what you're trying to avoid. That's gonna prevent your tires from wearing out quicker, and it's just gonna ride better. Overall, that's what you need to do to stay on top of things. While I was down there, I did see some grease nipples, so if you have a grease gun, you might as well start to grease up all those grease points and keep your machine running smooth, keep it clean. Lube it up once in a while. Use some grease in the areas that are, creating friction points. And we're gonna have a whole nother video on how to do a grease job, a maintenance job of greasing all the different components that need grease every once in a while. We also have a video that shows you how to properly clean it without damaging it, because it is a sensitive electronic-based machine. You don't want to add water to it unless you follow a specific process, which we'll show you in our video that we've already filmed. Check it out. I'm gonna put it at the end of the screen. You can start to play it next after watching this video. Keeping your scooter clean is one of the best things you can do to avoid future problems, so I highly recommend staying tuned and watching that video. Again, I'm Sergio with Mobility Direct. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, everybody, have a great day.